And Tesla's stock is about to get a lot more affordable now that the electric car maker announced a 5-for-1 stock split. Shares of Tesla rallying about 7% here in the pre-market. It is the top trending ticker on the yahoofinance.com site this morning. And Emily McCormick is here to break it all down for us. Good morning, Emily. So why the stock split and what does it mean for investors?
Well, Alexis, this is Tesla's first ever stock split. And what this indicates for Tesla is an increase in demand for its shares following a more than 200% run up for the year to date. Now, this split, as you mentioned, will in theory make shares more accessible and affordable, especially to retail investors, which, as we know, are very important for Tesla stock overall. Now, in Tesla's case, the split adjusted stock price is set to be in the hundreds of dollars rather than the well over $1,000 it's trading at now, just to give a sense of that affordability aspect. Now, under terms of this split, each Tesla stockholder of record as of August 21st will receive 4 additional shares for every 1 share they hold. These will then be distributed after market close on Friday, August 28th. Now, trading will begin on the stock split adjusted basis on August 31st. Now, to give a little background on stock splits overall and what they are in the first place, this is when a company divides up shares of its stock into a new number of units on a set date. Of course, in Tesla's case, at the end of this month. For Tesla and for all companies splitting their stocks, the number of shares outstanding does increase, but importantly, the overall market capitalization remains unchanged. Now, to give an example of what this is going to look like in practice, we do have a chart here. Now, these numbers are based on Tesla's closing price yesterday and show that hypothetically, Tesla's closing price of $1,374 would translate to a split adjusted share price of around $275 per share. But again, the overall value for Tesla shareholders is going to remain the same. Now, we do see shares of Tesla popping in pre-market trading ahead of this, basically based on this news that they're now well over $1,400 a piece. Now, Wall Street analysts saying that this was probably a good move in the wake of Tesla's run-up for the year to date. Want to highlight a quote here from Dan Ives of Wedbush on this stock split announcement. He said, quote, "For Tesla, given its strong retail base and growing appetite among investors around the story and overall electric vehicle demand, we believe this is a smart strategic move at the right time for the board to make." Alexis.
Yeah, we know that it's also eligible for inclusion in the S&P 500 stock index. We're expecting that announcement to come out soon. Share price up 6-fold in the past year. So a lot of folks saying this stock split definitely makes a lot of sense right now for Tesla. Want to switch gears and take a look at inflation this morning, Emily, because we're getting new numbers out about inflation at the consumer level for the month of July. What can you tell us there?
Well, we did see inflation at the consumer level firming more than expected month over month and year over year for July. We saw the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index, or CPI, rising 0.6% in July to match June's pace of increase. Consensus economists had expected a deceleration to a 0.3% month over month gain. Now, gains were led by energy prices, which rose 2.5% after a 5.1% rise in June. But we also saw gains broad-based. We saw medical care commodities, transportation services, and new and used vehicle prices also rising at the consumer level. Now, one category that did see consumer price declines was in the food index. That fell 0.4% in July, month over month, for its first decrease since April 2019. That was led by a 1.1% drop in prices for food at home, mostly due to a drop in meat and poultry prices. Now, excluding more volatile food and energy prices, we did see that core measure of consumer price index increasing 0.6% over last month, greater than the 0.2% rise that had been expected. So we are seeing consumer price inflation starting to firm a bit here after some weakness at the beginning of this year. Alexis.